Even during the pandemic, each and every teacher of product design department helped us through our concerns, and they helped us improve our skill sets by making us believe in ourselves.
Because of COVID-19, everything was quite uncertain. So me and my classmates were quite anxious if we will get jobs or not. But Pearl really did come through with a lot of placement opportunities and ensured like a very good, like smooth process. And I'm happy that I was able to like secure a good placement.
I feel really proud, especially post-COVID that I got this opportunity. I didn't expect, but yeah, I'm really excited to join them, and it's really great to be on such a huge platform.
I feel extremely happy and proud, and I'm super glad I could make my mentors and my parents proud of me because it wasn't an individual effort, and I'm really excited to start my career.
Hi, my name is Jayati. This is the design I created which got me the global recognition at the World of Wearable Arts competition held in New Zealand. In the audience, everyone was hooting. I was like, wow. My journey towards fashion has been a little different. We have to create fashion in a way, never seen before. We were around 103 finalists from across 20 countries for the competition. It was me from India.
We lived our dream of winning a competition like World of Wearable Art through Jayati's eyes.
So many things which they've told me and I've implemented. It has made it 100 times better, I would say.
When we got to know that she's not only won one WOW award, but 2 WOW awards. So I think it's a super amazing moment for the entire Pearl community.
Even during the pandemic, each and every teacher of product design department helped us through our concerns, and they helped us improve our skill sets by making us believe in ourselves.
Because of COVID-19, everything was quite uncertain. So me and my classmates were quite anxious if we will get jobs or not. But Pearl really did come through with a lot of placement opportunities and ensured like a very good, like smooth process. And I'm happy that I was able to like secure a good placement.
I feel really proud, especially post-COVID that I got this opportunity. I didn't expect, but yeah, I'm really excited to join them, and it's really great to be on such a huge platform.
I feel extremely happy and proud, and I'm super glad I could make my mentors and my parents proud of me because it wasn't an individual effort, and I'm really excited to start my career.
Hi, my name is Jayati. This is the design I created which got me the global recognition at the World of Wearable Arts competition held in New Zealand. In the audience, everyone was hooting. I was like, wow. My journey towards fashion has been a little different. We have to create fashion in a way, never seen before. We were around 103 finalists from across 20 countries for the competition. It was me from India.
We lived our dream of winning a competition like World of Wearable Art through Jayati's eyes.
So many things which they've told me and I've implemented. It has made it 100 times better, I would say.
When we got to know that she's not only won one WOW award, but 2 WOW awards. So I think it's a super amazing moment for the entire Pearl community.
Even during the pandemic, each and every teacher of product design department helped us through our concerns, and they helped us improve our skill sets by making us believe in ourselves.
Because of COVID-19, everything was quite uncertain. So me and my classmates were quite anxious if we will get jobs or not. But Pearl really did come through with a lot of placement opportunities and ensured like a very good, like smooth process. And I'm happy that I was able to like secure a good placement.
I feel really proud, especially post-COVID that I got this opportunity. I didn't expect, but yeah, I'm really excited to join them, and it's really great to be on such a huge platform.
I feel extremely happy and proud, and I'm super glad I could make my mentors and my parents proud of me because it wasn't an individual effort, and I'm really excited to start with them.
Hi, my name is Jayati. This is the design I created which got me the global recognition at the World of Wearable Arts competition held in New Zealand. In the audience, everyone was hooting. I was like, wow. My journey towards fashion has been a little different. We have to create fashion in a way, never seen before. We were around 103 finalists from across 20 countries for the competition. It was me from India.
We lived our dream of winning a competition like World of Wearable Art through Jayati's eyes.
So many things which they've told me and I've implemented. It has made it 100 times better, I would say.
When we got to know that she's not only won one WOW award, but 2 WOW awards. So I think it's a super amazing moment for the entire Pearl community.
Even during the pandemic, each and every teacher of product design department helped us through our concerns, and they helped us improve our skill sets by making us believe in ourselves.
Because of COVID-19, everything was quite uncertain. So me and my classmates were quite anxious if we will get jobs or not. But Pearl really did come through with a lot of placement opportunities and ensured like a very good, like smooth process. And I'm happy that I was able to like secure a good placement.
I feel really proud, especially post-COVID that I got this opportunity. I didn't expect, but yeah, I'm really excited to join them, and it's really great to be on such a huge platform.
I feel extremely happy and proud, and I'm super glad I could make my mentors and my parents proud of me because it wasn't an individual effort, and I'm really excited to start with them.
Hi, my name is Jayati. This is the design I created which got me the global recognition at the World of Wearable Arts competition held in New Zealand. In the audience, everyone was hooting. I was like, wow. My journey towards fashion has been a little different. We have to create fashion in a way, never seen before. We were around 103 finalists from across 20 countries for the competition. It was me from India.
We lived our dream of winning a competition like World of Wearable Art through Jayati's eyes.
So many things which they've told me and I've implemented. It has made it 100 times better, I would say.
When we got to know that she's not only won one WOW award, but 2 WOW awards. So I think it's a super amazing moment for the entire Pearl community.
Hi everybody, welcome to Pearl Academy. I'm Kumar Thapar and today I'm going to take you on a quick tour of our Rajouri Garden Delhi West campus. Come on, let's go. At the Delhi West campus, we have schools of fashion and design. One of the coolest things about this campus is how close you are to the metro station. Just at a 2-minute walk, and here you are. The infrastructure, as you see, is refreshingly unique, and the space has been creatively transformed into a contemporary architectural canvas. That's cool, right? Let's start with the library. Every single thing you need on beauty, art, business, tech, fashion. This is your place, guys. This is our futuristic fashion space, where we do all kinds of different things, like cutting patterns, exploring draping, and having a lot of fun with fabric. This is where all the industry collaborations and networking happen, when we meet designers from all over the globe during our masterclasses. The Textile Lab is where we develop new textiles, design patterns, explore and create new fabrics. The Printing Lab, as the name suggests, is where we develop various screen prints and block prints, and not to forget, the Garment Construction Lab. This is where ace designers such as Mandira Work, Nikhil Mehra and Vishali has created their first designs. The magic woven in this place is displayed on the ramps of Global Fashion Week. We're now in the Makers Lab, which is the hustle ground for designers. This space encourages multidisciplinary learning and helps us develop a global viewpoint on design. This is where designers give life to their imaginations that make it to platforms like Dubai Design Week, Asia Young Designer Award, and many more. Technology meets creativity with strong aesthetics here in our Mac Lab. We learn a whole gamut of digital skills using Wacom tabs, MC computers, and software. The photography studio needs no introduction. We have a top-notch setup of lights, backdrops, and cameras. You'll find the studio almost always occupied by students of all streams. And you know what? That's not all. We have another campus at a very short distance. Come on, let's check that out.
Hi, my name is Jayati. This is the design I created which got me the global recognition at the World of Wearable Arts competition held in New Zealand. In the audience, everyone was hooting. I was like, wow. My journey towards fashion has been a little different. We have to create fashion in a way, never seen before. We were around 103 finalists from across 20 countries for the competition. It was me from India.
We lived our dream of winning a competition like World of Wearable Art through Jayati's eyes.
So many things which they've told me and I've implemented. It has made it 100 times better, I would say.
When we got to know that she's not only won one WOW award, but 2 WOW awards. So I think it's a super amazing moment for the entire Pearl community.
Even during the pandemic, each and every teacher of product design department helped us through our concerns, and they helped us improve our skill sets by making us believe in ourselves.
Because of COVID-19, everything was quite uncertain. So me and my classmates were quite anxious if we will get jobs or not. But Pearl really did come through with a lot of placement opportunities and ensured like a very good, like smooth process. And I'm happy that I was able to like secure a good placement.
I feel really proud, especially post-COVID that I got this opportunity. I didn't expect, but yeah, I'm really excited to join them, and it's really great to be on such a huge platform.
I feel extremely happy and proud, and I'm super glad I could make my mentors and my parents proud of me because it wasn't an individual effort, and I'm really excited to start with them.
Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to this session of Pro Tips on how to crack the Pearl exam and how to work on your portfolio. We are still waiting for a few students because they are all in a queue and waiting to enter this session. So we will give it a few more minutes. We will start back again at in 5 minutes. So thank you for your patience and stay tuned.
Hi, my name is Jayati. This is the design I created which got me the global recognition at the World of Wearable Arts competition held in New Zealand. In the audience, everyone was hooting. I was like, wow. My journey towards fashion has been a little different. We have to create fashion in a way, never seen before. We were around 103 finalists from across 20 countries for the competition. It was me from India.
We lived our dream of winning a competition like World of Wearable Art through Jayati's eyes.
So many things which they've told me and I've implemented. It has made it 100 times better, I would say.
When we got to know that she's not only won one WOW award, but 2 WOW awards. So I think it's a super amazing moment for the entire Pearl community.
Even during the pandemic, each and every teacher of product design department helped us through our concerns, and they helped us improve our skill sets by making us believe in ourselves.
Because of COVID-19, everything was quite uncertain. So me and my classmates were quite anxious if we will get jobs or not. But Pearl really did come through with a lot of placement opportunities and ensured like a very good, like smooth process. And I'm happy that I was able to like secure a good placement.
I feel really proud, especially post-COVID that I got this opportunity. I didn't expect, but yeah, I'm really excited to join them, and it's really great to be on such a huge platform.
I I feel extremely happy and proud, and I'm super glad I could make my mentors and my parents proud of me because it wasn't an individual effort, and I'm really excited to start my career.
Hello and welcome back. So today I have loads and loads of students still joining in, and our IT team is going to make sure that the students who are joining us late can still join. So today here we are there to talk about pro tips on how to crack the Pearl exam. As you all know, the exams are in the month of January now, 15th, 16th, and 17th. And today's agenda would be how to work on your written exams. What is GPT? What's DAT? So we're going to talk about the courses that we offer, the papers, how it is going to be. What can you expect in that written test? Also, what to expect in the interview, and lastly, how to work on your portfolio. That is going to be one of the special talk that we are going to discuss today, because a lot of questions have come from a lot of students as to how should I make my portfolio and what is considered as my portfolio. But before I go any further, when I was a student just like you, I used to believe in one quote which really helped me. And the quote says, the moment you have the confidence in you, you're already halfway there in winning the battle that you want to. So right now, all of you who are dreaming to have a career in the creative line, this is your time and this is your opportunity to learn and get that dream, win it with your faith already halfway. So let's start this session. Today we have our expert with us, Shitesh. So, Sitesh, a very exciting career for you. You started as a lifestyle designer, then you went on to jewelry designing. So, tell us a little bit and introduce yourself.
All right. Hi, everyone. I am Sitesh Jha, and I am an associate professor with Pearl Academy for the last 9 years. So, I started as a accessories design graduate way back, and my first career was actually in the gems and jewelry industry in Mumbai. And then from there on, I have traversed between design industries in Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, and other places. I have been with advertising industry. I have been with the diamond jewelry industry. I have been with packaging industry and the gifting industry, as well as the silverware industry. So there's and then of course, education is where I am right now for the last 9 years. So it's been quite interesting journey for me so far. I have seen a lot of development over the years in the design industry itself. And here I am to share with you the new young minds, how to kind of come up with your own ideas, how to kind of excel into the field that you are going to work in or have chosen to be a part of. So let's go ahead and do this.
I know. And I mean, you being a part of, a very important part of the School of Creative Practices, let me tell you, when you students take admission in Pearl Academy, his department is the first department to actually show and pave your path to your creative dream. So you're going to be with the entire faculty of the Creative Practices team. So let's start this session. Now, before we start this session, a few things that you need to remember. We will take the question and answers at the end of the session, because it's very important that you listen to the session, because everything you want to know, every question that you have regarding the exam cycle or the interview is very important for you to know everything. So take a pen and a paper, write down that you feel is important to you. You can also take a screenshot of a few slides that we are going to share with you. I would want you to be very patient and cooperate with us. We will give you an opportunity to ask questions, but I'm sure that most of the questions that you have will be answered by the time we finish this session. At the end, we will take up the question and answer. So we start with the the important dates. Then we will share the courses that we run. What are the exam patterns for the different courses? And then lastly, how to work on your portfolio. We would really request you to attentively listen to us. And then at the end of the session, we will take up your questions. So can we please have the slides? Great. So let's have the important dates. Now, you can go ahead and take a screenshot of the exam update. Very, very important. Please don't miss. And remember, if you're doing your written test, it's very important that you also finish your personal interview. Only then your exam cycle is completed. And the most important thing is, why do you actually go ahead and take this test? Is not because you want to enter Pearl Academy, is also because you want to explore yourself. Lot of students have given and shared their feedback that after the examination, they came to know a lot of things about themselves which they didn't actually know. So the date for the Pearl Academy entrance exam is on 15th, 16th, 17th of January 2023. I'm sure that most of you have downloaded the admit card. If you have not, please go to the website and download the admit card from there. Everything is written there. Read the admit card very carefully 2-3 times. If you have questions, please connect with your counselors. You already know your career advisors and counselors who are calling you from the campuses. You can connect with them. You can log on to the website to choose the date and the time slot for the exam, as I just said. 15th January, the login time window is from 10 a.m. to 2. So what is the meaning of login time? If you log in at 10, then your time starts at 10. If you log in at 11, your time starts at 11. So the window that you can actually appear for the exam is from 10 to 2 on 15th of January. 16th, it's from 2 to 6. And on 17th, it's again from 2 to 6. For all exam-related queries such as demo link, sample papers, exam guidelines, and the FAQs, please click onto this link to know more. The Pearl entrance exam will be conducted online, MCQ-based questions. There will be no drawing involved and no negative marking. Visit our website to download the admit card. As I again repeat, personal interviews will be conducted 20th, 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 27th of January. Keep your stationery handy while you sit for your written exam and also during your interview. Now, I will take up this a little later, that when we say stationery, it actually is the most minimum thing that you need to keep it with yourself. So please take a screenshot of this slide, very important. At the end of the session, probably I'll show you the slide again for those students who are going to join us late. Right. So moving on to the next slide, please. So Satish, do you want to take this up and tell us about the courses we run?
Thank you. All right, so here is the list of courses that we offer at Pearl Academy. There are UG and PG courses in design and business. So we'll start with the UG courses. In UG, we have fashion design, fashion styling and image design, textile design and technology. In fashion, we have fashion communication, communication design and in design, we have communication design and technology, interior design and technology, accessories design. Within business under UG, we have fashion and lifestyle business management, and then we have global luxury business brand management. In the PG courses, under fashion, we have fashion design and technology, fashion styling and image design, fashion communication. In the design courses, we have interior design and styling, communication design and technology, interaction design, which is UX and UI, and accessory design. Within business, we have fashion business and luxury brands. So this is the whole gamut of courses that we offer, which encompasses all kinds of design field within the UG and PG courses.
So now you know the course that you have selected from the list that we just shared with you. And now we will also talk about what are the examination patterns, the MCQ-based patterns, what are they going to be, GPT and BAT. So we'll come back to that so that you can relate that this is my course and this is what I'm expecting in the written exam. So moving on to the next slide, please. The most interesting thing. We are giving opportunities to 500 creative minds to avail the scholarship. So everyone, your criteria for availing the scholarship is not by filling another form. It's very easy. Your written exam and your interview are the criteria to take you to the scholarship which you probably are looking for. We are offering 500 scholarships to creative minds throughout India and a few students from abroad who are trying to come to India and study. So we are offering 500 scholarships up to 100% to students. So for this, your written exam scores and your interview, how you face it and the portfolio that you show, everything will contribute and the panelists will choose if you are deserving a scholarship. So everybody can try 500 creative minds. So all of you, you should definitely try. It's very easy. You don't have to fill any other form for this. For more queries, please connect with your campus counselors if you need more clarity on this, and they'll be able to help you out. Moving on next, please.
Oh,
Okay, so now this is a very important slide and you need to understand. So I want everybody to be very attentive. We discussed the array of courses that Pearl Academy offers already in the slide before. Now, for the courses that you've selected, what can be expected? What kind of paper? You all have got the sample paper. Now, sample paper is given to you for you to just have an idea. There is no extensive preparation that you need to do. You just download the sample paper, solve it. You get an idea about what are the questions that I'm supposed to expect during the written exam. So let me just make it more clear with Shitesh now. So GPT, General Proficiency Test, is a common test for all courses. So tell us about what GPT, because people get so nervous about GPT.
all right. So general proficiency test, or GPT as it is called, is a common format of entrance exams, where basically what you are looking at the general overall understanding of the candidate. Here we are going to ask you your questions on based on reasoning, logic, maths. Don't be worried, it is a maths which is very easy. It's I think about 8 standard students can solve it. So it is not about knowing how good you are at maths, but understanding your logic and reasoning. So that part is covered under GPT.
Yes. And I get a lot of questions on ma'am, maths kaise hoga? Do I sit with a calculator? No, if you've come through class 12 with the
Yes.
maths that you know, I think you know already much more than what is required in GPT. So please don't worry. It's very basic. And when we talk about stationery, you don't need a calculator. You just need a white sheet of paper, a pen and a pencil. That's it. You don't need any other stationery. You don't need a calculator. You don't need to calculate things. We're not going to ask you formulas. So please don't worry. As he said, GPT, little bit of English, little bit of general knowledge, little bit of science, logical question, and a little bit of math. So that's all about general proficiency test. This GPT test is common for all courses. So I hope I've made this very clear. GPT is for all courses. Now coming to the next one, design aptitude test. So design aptitude test, what does it have?
Now, for the design students who are appearing or aspiring to enter design
So it can be
courses,
design, it can be
all the
styling, it can
courses.
be communication
Yes.
design, it can be interior design, accessories design. So fashion and design courses will have GPT plus DAT. So DAT is all
Design
about
aptitude.
the design, your drawing sense,
Yes.
your color.
Not only drawing sense, GPT is about understanding of creativity. So it could be
Right.
understanding colors or understanding images, being able to discern between different kinds of creative fields, being able to understand colors and how to use colors and how does color interact, how does composition happen, or basically an eye for creativity that you have within you that you can showcase us through this test.
Yeah.
And it is not really a technical aspect, it is a more softer aspect of understanding design that we're looking at.
So actually, there's no drawing involved since it's the written exam is online for everyone. Again, it's online for everyone. It's MCQ based questions, so there's no drawing involved and there is no negative marking. So when we talk about colors, now we are actually sitting in our own Pearl studio. I love sitting here because
Yes,
first,
here we are.
soundproof. Second, the technology that the studio has is amazing. We have done many interviews, portfolios. We have had many celebrities coming and doing their portfolios here. It's an amazing place, and I love doing the sessions here because the color combinations really give you those vibrations of positivity that you require.
Yes.
So when you were talking about the colors and your knowledge about colors in design aptitude, I was just thinking it makes such a big difference when we talk about color combinations in our actual life. So it should be very easy for you to, actually analyze and think.
Yes.
Nowadays, you all are much, much smarter, and it should be very easy for you to get into the DAT mode of the exam. Now, once again, for the fashion students and the design students, GPT and DAT will be around 90 minutes exam. Again, the login window is open for you whenever you can. Make sure that you're not logging in right at the end so that if you face any issues, then there would be problems. So please make sure that the login window is comfortable to you as well. Further up, one of my colleague, Rachel, is going to also explain to you what is the login window going to look like and how do you go in the login window and appear for the exam. Now, coming to one last bit, those who have taken business courses don't have DAT. They have just general proficiency test. So if you've taken FLBM, that is Fashion Lifestyle Business Management, if you've taken Luxury Brand Management, if you have taken PGFBMM, which is Fashion Business Merchandising and Marketing, if you have taken Luxury Brands, then all you need is general proficiency test. That is only for 60 minutes. So GPT 60 minutes, GPT plus DAT is 90 minutes. The sample paper is enough for you to get the idea. There is nothing that you need to, prepare extra or, know more or study more for this exam. So I hope that is clear to you. Now, moving on next, please. Now, I would request my colleague Rachel to take us through this. I'm sure most of you get confused when on the day of the exam on how to log in, although it's not a problem at all. It's very clear, very simple. If you read your instructions on the admit card, it's very clear. However, Rachel Jobson is going to take you through this login page. Please understand and write down the points that you need to. Over to you, Rachel.
Thank you, Margarita. Good evening, dear students. I'm Rachel Jobson, your career advisor at Pearl Academy. And I would like to give you a demo as to how to log into Pearl's entrance exam. Just give me a minute. I hope you're able to see the screen, the website page, right? So this is Pearl Academy's page, website, www.pearlacademy.com, where you can see the new examination process. On this page, on the top right corner, as Margarita informed you, you have the option to download your admit card. This option is live on our website. Those students who have not downloaded your admit card yet, please click here and download your admit card. Further, when you scroll down this page on our website, there is a link provided here, which is an important link regarding the frequently asked questions regarding Pearl Academy's entrance exam. So I would request students to please take time out and go through the link to know about the FAQs. Further down this page, there are sample papers provided, as Margarita was informing you about GPT DAT and the DAT paper. The sample paper is available. I'm sure most of you have already practiced these sample papers, but in case you have not, please refer the sample paper on our website. Now, the most important part, I'm sure all of you would have already been known that there is an exam demo link available on our website. In case not, here is a link to try and attend the demo exam. In case you have not done it, we request all students to please take up the demo test, because this will make the entrance exam, the whole process for you very, very easy and friendly. When you click on this option here, please pay attention. The first field is about application ID. A very common query sometimes students ask us is, what is an application ID? Application ID is your Pearl Academy's form number. Very simple, your form number. And this information is provided in your admit card as well. Date of birth, as you have entered in your application form. Passkey will be provided in your admit card. So I repeat, application ID is your Pearl Academy's application number, the form number. Date of birth, as you have entered in your application form, which is available in your admit card, and the passkey, which is also provided in the admit card. Click on Start Assessment. When you click on this page, please allow the webcam. It's a proctor test, so you have to agree to allow the webcam and audio access. Click on Agree. And click on Start Now. Once you proceed, you have to enable the full screen mode. And the question paper will be right in front of you. It's an MCQ based paper. You will have questions with the multiple questions and having the choices here. Also on top right corner, the timer will be working for you. If it's a 90 minutes paper, you will be getting 90 minutes or 60 minutes. Once you complete it, you can click on the submit option. I hope that information was clear to all of you. I would also like to share with you a sample admit card so that you will be able to understand how to view your admit card. Just give me a minute. I would request IT to just enable the screen sharing option once again. Thank you. On the screen, you can see the admit card, which I have downloaded. This is how your admit card looks like. On this admit card, all the information is provided to you. The most important first is the application number, which is your form number. So if you ask us, where can I find my application number? The application number is provided in your admit card, application form number. This is what you need to note down. Further down, the 3 dates of Pearl Academy entrance exam is provided. So if you decide to give your entrance exam on 16 January, the login window for you is between 2 to 6 p.m. as we already informed you. And this is the link which you need to copy and paste it to Google Chrome and start your exam using the passkey which is provided right in front of that date. If you decide that I would like to give the exam on 17th, then please copy this link, use this passkey for the exam which you want to give on 17th. You need to give the exam on only any one date, and these are the login windows. If you decide to give it on Sunday, you need to log in anytime between 10 to 2. As Margareta informed you, if you log in at 2, your time will start from 2 p.m. And if you log in at 10 a.m., your time will start from 10 a.m. And the respective exam link, you need to copy and paste it to Google Chrome, use the respective passkey as is provided, and start your entrance exam. I hope this information was useful to all of you. Thank you. Can we have the next slide, please? Now, this is an important checklist, dear students. I would request you all to please take a screenshot of this slide as you see. To give Pearl Academy's entrance exam, you can use a desktop computer or a laptop or Android mobile devices, which can be a phone or tablet only. For operating system, you can use for desktop and laptops, Windows 7 or above, Mac OS 10.13 and above, and Linux systems. For Android devices, please use Android version 6 or later. The most important information. For the browser, you all are requested to use only Google Chrome. We repeat, you have to use browser Google Chrome. Safari will not be supported. Minimum configuration processor, Core 2 Duo and above. The processor speed is 1.5 gigahertz and above. RAM minimum 1 GB. Another important point to be noted is about the internet speed. It should be 2 Mbps. The pop-up blockers on the web browser must be disabled. This is again a very important point. Please make sure the pop-up blocker on your web browser is disabled. And yes, last but not the least, the most important, you have to enable the webcam and audio access. That is, a webcam and microphone are mandatory to give Pearl Academy's entrance exam. Thank you. Over to you, Margareta.
Thank you, Rachel. That was very informative. And I want everybody to take a screenshot of this checklist. Very important. Lot of questions just before you are going to appear for the exam. I don't want you to be confused. So please take the screenshot of this checklist so that you're clear as to what are the devices that you can appear your exam on. So I hope all this time you have heard a lot of what you need to know about the Pearl exams, and now we are going to slowly move to a very, very interesting aspect, which a lot of students are here to know, is your portfolio. What's your portfolio? Can I add anything as my portfolio? Does the portfolio have, does it have to be related to the course? So all those questions that are asked by the students, we are going to just clear all that for you, give you a few examples. And after that, we are going to take all the questions that you all have. So over to the portfolio now. So Sitesh, I think when you and me were doing our examinations, we were always I was very nervous, you know.
Yes.
If I ever believed in any God, I would prove it that day that I am a believer, and I would like to pass in all my exams, and nervous about the most little things, which would probably the most negligible ones, which I really didn't have to bother. But now things are much, much easier,
Yes.
you know. So what is a portfolio? Portfolio is anything and anything that you think is your talent. So let us take it further. Now, there are a few things that you need to remember. What can consist as your portfolio, and what can you do to make a portfolio? So what are these things? Can you just tell us a little bit about this?
All right. So one of the things that I want to tell students about portfolio is the portfolio. One of the presentations I was making about portfolio, and I said, look, portfolio is a superpower that you have. I don't know what you have, what superpowers you bring to the table, what is your talent, but portfolio kind of tells me or gives me a sneak peek into your world. What do you think and how do you think? So all kinds of creative work that you do,
Right.
that
Right.
is the showcase into portfolio. Now that all kinds of creative work can be anything, everything, right? From you being able to tell a good story to you being able to do a photojournalistic, manual, or you being good with writing poetry. All of these are creative expressions, apart from the normal, which we see as drawings,
Right.
paintings, sketches, all of those things, apart from this. So all of these wide array of things actually consist of a portfolio. So whatever you have been able to do, bring that, the best of your work, what you think you want to showcase, what will show your creativity or your way of looking at the world to the interviewer that you're going to face. And that is what portfolio is all about.
And you know what, another thing that I would like to tell you is, it doesn't have to be perfect. It can be a scribble, it can be a drawing, it can be a selfie that you're very proud of. It can be a nature, collection. It can be a nature picture. Let me give you a very simple example. Last year, I was one of the panelists, and I had the student who had a green cloth, and every cloth had a pocket. And in each pocket, he had a twig, a small branch of a dry branch of a tree. So he just opened that bag like this. And I was wondering with me, the other panelists, that what is this? Yeah, so he said, this is my portfolio. I said, okay. The passion that he had, he said, okay, please explain. Ma'am, every place I visit in India or abroad, I have a habit of collecting a twig from any branch from that place and bring it with me and keep it in this cloth. And it reminds me of that place, about some branches. I even know to which category of plants they belong. And this is my collection.
Wow.
For me, when I saw, without he telling me, it made no sense. But the very fact that he has an artistic view of something as simple as a twig, he made a unique thing by collecting them and representing each place name just under it.
Yeah.
You
That
know,
reminds me of a very interesting story. Back in NIFT, when we were doing our projects, graduation projects, and we would go to Bombay to do this project in the industry. And obviously we were students, so we would go by bus around. So one of my friends, he would collect all the tickets that
Okay,
the
bus
bus wala gives you, bus tickets, and they are torn. She would not throw it away. She would
Yeah.
keep it with herself. We wondered, what would you do? She'd be like, I'll do something with it. I don't know. And when we came back, we have to create again a portfolio-like document, which is to be submitted to our teachers. And she used those tickets to create the cover page of her portfolio.
yeah, we had a
And
lot of
it
stamp
was such a
collections,
rocking success with the teachers.
tickets, stamp collection,
Yes.
and we had music videos, we had mimicry,
Yes.
and we had one, I remember one of the boys who was a amazing Bharatanatyam dancer. So he showed us his video about, and he's every clan festivities, any festivities, he performs. So all that, which is your creativeness, matters to us. All we need to know is, do you really have the passion, some spark of creativity, because you want to take this later as a course in your dream. So I hope portfolio is no more a scare or a point of nervousness for you. Portfolio is very simple. If you can, like there are a lot of students who bring an album of their work of photography. My thing to you is, my advice to you is that please pick out only one or two, maximum three of your best work. You don't have to show us a vote, because the panelists who are sitting and interviewing you are already aware, and they know that one picture or one thing that you're showing as a portfolio is enough for us to know your talent, your creativity, and the way you think. And that is more than enough. So please don't accumulate or bring too many things. Pick up the best of one, two, or maximum three work of yours. If you have something written about it, like a lookbook, bring it. If you don't have it, no problem. So if you have documentation, like some of the school projects we do, we document, right? Just pick up that. That's enough. If you don't have any documents, any lookbook, no problem. Just bring the portfolio and talk about it. One thing that Sitesh, most of the students, last time also we said, and this time, every time we have these sessions, we make it a point to tell you that portfolio should be something original that belongs to you. Not made, or don't get it made by someone. This is absolutely not required, because the word perfect is not important here. What is important is your creativity. So it doesn't have to be perfect. So please don't get it made, right? The originality of it.
See, that is the key trait. Whatever we are going to talk about in the slide that you can see right now on your screens are the hygiene factors.
Yeah.
They're the basic requirements of any presentation, not only a portfolio. And getting it copied from somewhere is a hygiene factor. It's a very basic minimum that a designer or anyone else, any other profession, should not do. So that's why these are the things that you must keep in mind.
Okay, moving on to the next slide now. Things to remember, we have already discussed. What you can include in the portfolio, we just said that observational drawings, material explorations, this twig story that I told you about, this, the portfolio that one of the students showed us, belongs to the material exploration section. Photography, process drawing sheets, storytelling, community projects, makeup and hire, photojournalism, It can be a singing video, cooking video. It can be anything, as I said, in this list of things.
Yes, see, one of my faculty colleagues actually talks a lot about cooking, and the passion he brings in with what he cooks and how he does the whole process tells us so much about how he looks at cooking as an art in itself. So when we say these things, that you bring anything in terms of cooking or what can any kind of videos, that you must also be at the same time aware that what are you bringing on the table with this video, right? What is it that you're trying to showcase to the interviewer? What creative side of yours? So that should be at the back of your mind while showing this. That is important. And when you do that, the video or any kind of portfolio element that you'll bring will definitely convince the interviewer to take you in.
Great. Now, we've discussed most of it, portfolio. I'm sure that I've taken that weight off your shoulder. So now coming to another very important aspect is, ma'am, how should I be during my personal interview? How should I be dressed? Obviously, smart dressing and very confident. The things that you need in the interview are just two things. Your confidence level, which you're going to win the battle, half battle with. So your confidence level is the first point, and your portfolio, which is going to win enhancement. Just the two of the things. Nobody, no panelist will ask you about if you know about the course that you have selected. No. We already know that we want you as a blank page. We don't want you to know anything about the course. So we're not going to ask you anything about the course. But are you sure that you're taking up the right path? Do you have any idea about the course you're taking up? So that's what we are going to ask you. Questions related. Why do you think this course is good for you? Where do you see yourself? What do you aspire to become? These are the questions that will be asked. And I'm sure that when it is your passion, your dream, anybody who has a dream can talk hours with confidence about where that person wants to see himself or herself. So please don't be nervous about the interview. It's a very friendly environment.
Yes.
The Pearl Academy faculties are amazing when you talk to them. A very friendly approach. The entire decorum of Pearl Academy is totally different. It's it's an organization, it's an academy which dedicates itself to making that dream come true to you by bringing the international study pattern to you, which is the most apt, amazingly updated softwares which we get to your laptops to learn things, and the placement records of 100% where average to the top person gets placed. So these are the things that you need handholding before you start flying, on your own. Even with that, for our alumni, we have a runway project where we actually help our alumni who want to start a business by giving them a mentor, an investor, an office, and telling them everything A to Z as to how to run the business. So this is the way we handhold our students. So I'm sure that that comfort level for you has now become enriched by doing the written exam, the interview, the portfolio, amazing opportunities of getting 500 scholarships that we're going to give out. Many students are appearing for the exams. Initially last year, we were lower on the scholarship, but this year we thought, let the minds come to Pearl Academy. Let us nurture you. 500 creative minds who can actually get the scholarship. So what you need once again for the scholarship, the written exam and your interview supported by your portfolio, your confidence level, your positivity, and that dream of becoming somebody higher in the opportunity sector in that creative line with your dream. So now coming back to the important dates again, those who joined us late, exam is on 15th. The written exam is on 15th, 16th, 17th. The personal interviews, 20th, 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 27th. Let me make one thing very clear. After your written exams, 15th, 16th, 17th, okay, many questions are coming from the students now if I have chosen a date. So I would request the IT team to please open out the chat now. Let's take some questions. In the meantime, let me just tell you about the dates. Many questions are coming that, ma'am, I've selected 15th. Can I also give 16th on your admit card, which Rachel just shared and showed it to you? You have all the 3 days. In case for some reason you can't attend on the date that you've selected, please make sure that you choose the next date, but the pass key should be very carefully chosen as per the date mentioned. So make sure there are different pass keys for the different dates, and choose the pass keys which is next to the date that you want to appear for the exam. Right after the written exam, you will have a gap and you will get a call from interview coordinators. The campus counselors are your overall coordinators to handhold you. But just to conduct the interview, you will get your time and date. You will get a call by the interview coordinators. Please be very active on your phones. Do not miss the interview that is going to happen. We are going to have interviews in different cities as well as in the campus that you have selected. So personal interview dates 20th, 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 27th. So a few questions now. Pearl exam obviously will be there online. Lot of questions offline, online. I think we have already told you about that. All right. Portfolio we have already discussed. So these are some questions that students are repeatedly asking about portfolio. We have just covered portfolio. Once again, portfolio is anything that is your creativity, your drawing, your scribble, Insta page, Facebook page you are a dancer, you're a singer, everything is a portfolio. Just bring it along, the best 1 or 2 portfolios that you have. So there are questions around, again, Rachel, that which system to use. So can I have that page again, the checklist page again, please? And Rachel, could you please take us through that?
Meanwhile, there's a question about digital portfolio. So obviously,
let's take the checklist. Once again, all those students asking which device to use, please take a screenshot. Rachel, you with us? Okay, so the checklist is over here: supported devices, desktop computers, laptop computers, and Android mobile devices, phones and tablets only. Operating system, very, very important. Operating system for desktops and laptops, Windows 7 or above, Windows 10 recommended, Mac OS 10.13 and above, and Linux and Android devices, Android version 6 and later. Browser to be used, once again, no Safari and no any other browser, only Google Chrome recommended. Please make sure that when you go to your settings, please make sure that your settings are right. Your mic and your camera is working, very important. So once your camera is working, as Rachel showed, do not move too much away from the camera, because the system, the application that is going to actually take the test has very sensitive cameras. So once you're engrossed in the exam, stick to one place, move but not too much, so that the camera can't see you or detects you moving too much. So make sure that you check your audio and camera before you start the exam. We have minimum configuration processor for 2 DO and above, processor speed 1.5 and above, RAM minimum 1 GB, minimum internet speed 2 Mbps. Pop-up blockers on the web browser must be disabled. Okay, pop-up blockers on the web browser must be disabled. So please take a screenshot of this slide. You may, probably forget. So take a screenshot so you remember these are the requirements before you start your exams. Now, coming to that question, one of the students.
Yeah, so I saw a question and I kind of just wanted to answer it, I guess.
The digital portfolio.
Yes.
Yes.
So digital portfolio obviously is welcome, and you are actually encouraged to have a digital portfolio and an online presence. I believe your generation is more tech savvy and more onto these kind of platforms. So please definitely have a digital portfolio. Handmade portfolio is also welcome, but at the same time, digital portfolio is also great.
Great. We have a question from Shivani Mehra, and she's asking, do I get the physical portfolio or do I need to get the digital ones? It can be anything that you have. If physical portfolios are there, bring them. Again, how many portfolios? One of them has asked, how many can I get? Again, we don't need too many, just 2 to 3 portfolio best work is enough. That is enough for us to know you and your design sense. So please don't bring too many. And physical or digital, both are allowed. Please.
I would like to kind of add here.
Sure.
The quantity, there's a lot of questions. I think Billy, earlier also the students asked how much is the right quantity for the portfolio. So again, as it has already been said that it's a selection of your best works, your best foot forward. 3 from each category, 3, 4 at the max. From each of the categories, if you're doing painting and music and dance and also making crafts, all these kind of things, 3 to 5 selected works from each of these categories you can put under one bundle and present, so that it shows your overall, creative, your creativity or your, how do you look at the world? That kind of thing happens.
One of the questions is, can PDF form also work? Yes, it will.
Yes.
As a portfolio.
It will.
And do I need any stationery for the interview? Not really. Apart from your portfolio, you don't need anything. You don't need to write
Yes.
anything. In case, unless we had a cartoonist also as one of the students. So he immediately made a cartoon and showed. So he had a pencil and a paper that he brought
Yes.
along. So yes, that is allowed. You can bring that. And is it mandatory to show? If you see, look, if you have, it is mandatory to show. One of the questions, is it mandatory to show portfolio? Portfolio enhances your interview, your talent, your creativity, tells us about what's actually brimming in your minds that you want to see yourself as a creative student. It also gives you an opportunity to get yourself into the 500 Creative Minds scholarship that we are offering. The criteria again for the scholarship is your written exam and your interview enhanced by the portfolio. So I hope that's very clear. And moving on next, if we make our portfolio file, how many pages? I think I have repeated many times, but
Yes.
again, I'm telling you, not more than 2 to 3 portfolios or pages or drawing. We will have only a 15 to 20 minutes interview, mostly asking you questions about where you see yourself with the course that you've taken, how confident you are of the course, and a few pictures or whatever the portfolio you're going to show us. That's it. So 15 to 20 minutes of the interview. Are we allowed to use calculator? There is no need of a calculator. I think some of the students joined us late.
Yes.
So once again, there is no need of a calculator. The GPT maths is as easy as in class 8 students solving it. So I'm sure that you all are much brighter, class 12. So you don't need a calculator. All you need and can keep is a plain paper and a pencil. That's it. Also, when I was solving my mock test, I was solving on pen paper. Camera told me no face recognition. Again, camera and the sound needs to be checked before you sit for the exam. If the camera is not able to detect your face, it will give you this message. So you need to check. Okay. Once the camera has started, don't move too much. Not advisable at all. More questions coming up. Can we also have the numbers of all the campus counselors, please? Because all the students, let me tell you, these campus counselors are well-trained, well-groomed, and have been with Pearl Academy, helping thousands of students for years. And they will be able to guide you with every question that you have. Feel free to call them, ask them for any doubt that you have. They're already in touch with you. You have their numbers. Make sure that after this session also, if you have any query, all the campus counselors' numbers are put up here. Please take a screenshot of this slide too, although I'm sure that most of you know your campus counselors. But in case if you don't, take the screenshot of this. You will know their numbers and they're available to handhold you completely till the admission in Pearl is done. So I hope this session has been very informative to you. Again, we all believe that if you've applied in Pearl, there is some dream that you want to make come true. There is some spark in you which Pearl wants to take up, nurture, and bring you to that path which you probably want. You've just seen the videos of some of our students. Jayati Saraf, we are very proud of her, who's won awards, WOW awards. And Pearl is all about, wow, because I have seen students from different levels, and our students who made it on their way of dreams, Jayati Saraf, many students who got placed into Zara, Cape Gemini, in thousands. We had Cape Gemini the other day in our campus for recruitments. This is a platform which is there to nurture and make that dream come true with the most latest technology in hand. Technology is everything. And Pearl Academy is well equipped and upgrades itself every 6 months to bring the most latest to you. So all the best, keep shining, keep that confidence alive, be very positive, because half your battle is won with your confidence alone, and the rest, let us work with you and bring you to Pearl Academy to that creative mind. So all the best, stay smiling, stay positive. Thank you. Good evening.
Thank you, guys. Good evening.